Hi everyone, once again, Spotlight comes your way from the Daily Tribune studios. I am Jojo Silvestre. I'm with my co-host, Dina Ventura, who is the editor of the lifestyle section of Daily Tribune. Today we have a very special guest of honor. He is our tourism man. Exemplar of tourism is how he's called everywhere, especially in Cebu and other parts of the Philippines. He is an advocate of many good causes for tourism. He has been president of many tourism-related organizations. We are proud to present to you Mr. Bobby Joseph.
Thank you.
Kumusta po?
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Ano po ba ang latest on tourism?
Okay, the issues right now, we start from ASEAN.
Opo. Are we doing good?
Well, first, probably I'll have to say something more after December 11 when it ends.
Opo.
I'll try, but
But please go ahead.
first and foremost, I tried to find out because some brouhaha came about on tourism and people were talking what they have to do and blah, blah, blah in the industry. Then I found out, so I checked,
Opo.
that the role of the Department of Tourism is only to give pendants and the welcome delay in the delays in the airport.
Opo.
Ayun lang. Because Speaker Cayetano used the Department of Foreign Affairs to handle, to receive, and to coordinate, and to bring them to their destinations. So that was, they had protocols and so on and so on.
Okay.
When it came out in the media that somebody was talking about Kekiam and how this lady coach couldn't differentiate Kekiam and chicken sausage. Wala yung diferensya nun. Unless the chef started making the chicken sausage look like Kekiam. So that steered the hornet's nest. So, first is that Kekiam because sino bang hindi maniniwala? It was the coach who said in ABS-CBN. So,
Right.
so I said, there's something wrong. The second is recently also is the halal issue.
Yeah.
What the Department of Tourism did was accredit the halal restaurants. But there are quite a number existing. I do not know what they're talking about. And they did a seminar for halal, and I've heard they spent money. I want to find out how much it was done in Clark. And if they spent money, how many of the restaurants are accredited? Because it's not only learning, it's the procedures and the materials that will be used, and it has to be the kitchen, has really have to be a large kitchen. What I know, if I'm bringing any Muslims, is I bring them to Indian restaurants. I bring them to Pakistani restaurants. I bring them to Persian restaurants. Wala pang Turkish restaurant dito kasi may Turkish restaurant, but he's not selling halal. So we have those. The other point is it came out also that we are not a halal country. Sabi ng organizer just a few hours ago. Oh my goodness. Tourism, when you come to talk of food tourism, how can you attract the Middle East people to come here if you are not prepared to have, or you're saying that this is not a halal? How can this be when we have millions of Muslims? Sus Mariosa.
Yeah.
Bakit ginagawa nila yung problema na hindi naman problema? That is another thing. Now, all of a sudden, people in tourism were talking with the Department of Tourism about handling of the people in the hotel. Eh sabi, kasi natutulog raw, gano'n. And when you find out pala, they came earlier and the other hotels are already fully booked because so many are coming in. They cannot just transfer.
Opo.
So there was something wrong in the coordination.
Opo.
But other people talking about it and so and so. All of a sudden, they're Einsteins in tourism. And yeah, the people in the hotel know their business.
Yeah, yeah.
Hindi mo na kailangan na sabihin ng Secretary of Tourism, Oy, you have to bring out the best. Ha? You have to bring out the Filipino culture and so and so. And you have to showcase the best. Every hotel always showcases the best. Hindi naman ito mga kampupot na mga hotel na ito. Mga 5-star ito, 4-star ito.
So they know what they're doing.
Oo,
They're
sus
saying,
Maria Jose.
Sanay.
Sanay. Eh, kinausap lang nila yung mga sales manager. Not for anything. Kilala ko sila. Kung gusto mong may mangyari, o meron kang special, hindi yung sales manager. Yung sales manager, kakausapin pa yung boss niya, kakausapin pa yung bago umakyat. Tawagin mo na yung may-ari, tawagin mo na ang
Yes.
GM, tapos.
Oo.
Di ba? Life is so simple. Yun. Pero pag hindi trained yung tao, ayaw sila makinig. Gawa ng gawa sila ng kung ano, yun ang mali.
Sir, I'm sure there are a lot of millennials
Listen.
watching us now, no? They probably are wondering, sino po ba si Mr. Bobby Joseph? Although for us,
We know who you are.
yeah, of course, you have a reputation for making things happen in tourism. Ano po ang background niyo sa, how did you get into tourism?
Okay, let me segue this one.
Apo, apo,
Because you said millennials.
apo.
I am the chairman of Lakbay Museo.
Okay.
Lakbay Museo is in Conrad's.
Opo.
And there is in a 1,000 square meters, there is 11 destinations. And this is the first interactive museum
Sa Conrad
was-
po.
sa Conrad.
That was recently
Yes.
launched. Yeah.
And guess
Okay.
what? All of the people there are all millennials.
Yes.
Ako ang chairman.
Opo.
Kasi believe ako,
Ang galing naman.
itong aking ano po yun, maglololo na ako, tapos sasama pa ako sa mga lola, walang mangyayari sa akin.
Okay.
Pero kung kumuha ka ng bata,
Opo.
ha? Not the pit na ko, hindi rin niya alam kung paano gumamit ang gadget yan. Baka magkaroon tayo ng problema. So, with this, the youth, they are the one teaching me, sir, ganito yan. Oh. So now, it's trying to understand them and not telling them what to do, but encouraging, supporting them for what are the things. We are not here to tell the difference. Alam mo kami ganito, kayo ganito. Mali.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We are
I
into
noticed that a lot.
we are in tourism.
Uh,
Basic yan eh. You learn about your customer and give what you have to give. And since they are young, they love a lot of picture takings. Tamo pati ako, pati ang magpakuha, dapat hindi pwede akong ganyan. Dapat nakababa pa ito, ewan ko ganito, ganyan. It's like that. But that's why it is more exciting because the millennials have already developed the increase in domestic tourism
Oh, they're the
They
ones.
because
Travel.
of the picture taking.
Yes, yes.
Diba?
Yes,
Instagram.
Instagram, lahat. Oh, so,
Oo nga, no?
yung mga Facebook kagaya kong lolo, hindi na ako Indian. I only give my messages. To
Okay.
the messages to whom? Siyempre, the elder people, the people in tourism, or since it's a public, yung mga intrigador at saka chismoso,
Sumasali din kayo.
na gusto kong pumasok sila
Opo.
para umabot doon sa dapat kung sino yung mga concern. Okay, that's the situation. And I'm so happy that as chairman, I would like to invite you all let's see and enjoy. And that's only that. Interactive, we'll be dancing, we will be singing,
That's
we'll be
nice,
eating
eh?
the food. Hindi ba? And people should really come there. Of course, across that is the Dessert Museum.
Dessert.
Lahat dyan, mga bata, yung mga pang-millennials talaga, yung kukunan ng retrato,
Yeah.
every move you pose and this and that. Okay, what has happened? Because you have something artistic and nice and interesting and exotic, it comes out on the air, on television, in
Social media.
That is the best form of advertisement
Yes, yes.
for free.
Worldwide.
And that's the reason why the Department of Tourism should think millennial.
Oo nga.
And tama na yung pa-English sa CNN. Yung market natin naman, in Czech, Hapon,
Oo.
Koreano, excuse me. Parang ganon, di ba? Di dapat doon nakafocus. Niche marketing, gano'n. Kung gusto mo ng Europe, wala naman tayong flight. Kasi lahat yung mga flights sa pupunta dito na may mga Middle East na binigyan, syempre ang gusto nila kunin yung Philippine labor.
Yeah.
Kasi mataas yung yield na yon. Saka point to point lang. Kung Europe, dadaan pa sa Middle East. Tapos mura yun kasi maraming kompetensya. So latak na lang ang pupunta. So maski anong ikampung mo ron, Philippine Airlines lang, Manila, London lang. So paano? So you really cannot get the numbers of people. Just to clarify. And at the same time, it will take time to have more airports. That's why I'm supporting the creation of Sangli because itong parallel airport, itong runway, parallel din sa Sangli. So parang nagko-complement ang NAIA. So instead of paying billions and billions to buy off the subdivisions that were formerly owned and designed by Burham, it was owned by the airport
Yes,
authority. You know that this NAIA had the plan, the original plan of Burham was 4 runways. Imagine during that time.
is reward.
But somebody came
Change it.
to sell the properties from multinational onwards lahat dito for 30 pesos. And how do you pay that when they charge you 50,000 per square meter to 60
Now,
plus the house? So it cannot be. So yung sa Sangli, pwede matuloy. And the other thing is we have they're doing right now, they're putting lights in the airport
apo.
sa other islands, di ba? Pagdating naman sa Bohol, gandang-gandang airport, gano'n, okay. Kaya lang, kukunti pa lang ang hotel sa airport, sa Bohol. So, sino maglaland doon?
Kulang pa pala. ang
Kulang
hotels.
pa.
Kulang. Naglagay ka ng international. Yung mga hotel doon talaga kumikita. Ngayon, mga iba ayaw naman pumunta kasi mahal. Kasi kulang ang hotel. Tapos hindi basta pwedeng bilisan ang turismo. Maglagay ka ng infrastructure. Titingnan mo yung paano nagko-complement. And you have to make it grow. Step by step. You cannot rush progress. Who will invest there now? Ngayon tumaas na 50,000 pesos per square. Up to 60.
Sir, I recall you had certain issues about the former tourism secretary.
Several issues.
Oo, ano ba yung nangyari noong panahon ni what's his name? Si Secretary Lim. Secretary Lim. Ano po ba?
Si Bertie Lim.
Opo, ano ba yung pangyayaring yun?
Unang-una tanong nila kung mag-anak kami kasi ako Robert Lim Jr.
Oo nga, may Lim kayo.
Pero siya Bicolano. Anyway, there were several issues that came about. It started with the fake advertising material that he chose, which is ay Filipinas kay ganda. Then afterwards, I told, check mo nga ito, gusto ko makita yung website ng Filipinas kay ganda. Biglang pumunta sa malaswang site
Oh.
na maraming mga Filipinas doon. Pero
So it was
iba ang interest. So, hindi maganda. Second, yung advertisement na yun, kinupi sa Poland.
Oh, it's not original.
Hindi original. Twinik lang nila. Tapos ang tanong ko doon magkano yung creative? Do you know that some creative materials ng advertisers umaabot ng 200 million?
Wow. Ganun pala yun.
Maraming himala. Diba?
So, parang sir, you've been really so involved and passionate about tourism issues, and it's been going on for many decades.
Yes.
Do you think that we've come to a point where changes are possible, or that we're on our way to progress at last?
There are changes, that corrective measures that has been done. No matter what happens, we cannot stop. And this is a free country, so there are idiots that are appointed. So what can you do? You know, you have to, there are, like, this is something, I'm just saying it right now.
Yes.
I found a document sent to me by the Department of Tourism, unknown. It's a document, around 9.6 million, given to the company of Maria Ressa
Oh,
by the Department of Tourism
What
when was
for-
this?
for-
during the time of Pinoy.
Actually, the time of Pinoy.
And it's to for them to survey and give ideas and what kind of a market and so on and so. Medyo very funny. I do not know if the former secretary was made to do so by higher ups. But what it leaves bad taste to my mouth is that our budget, I'm really affected when the budget of the Philippine tourism is not big enough comparatively to our neighbors.
Yes.
And then it's just thrown away, spent
Wasted.
this way, wasted. And it's very suspicious. Imagine if I have, wala naman akong advertisement, intelligence report ba? And kung ano-ano, mga ilang pages. Not signed by Maria Ressa. Signed by her other partner. But it was signed by the Secretary of Tourism during Pinoy's time, after Bertie Lim. So these are the things that being an advocate in tourism, because even my wife is complaining, why should you do that? You don't need all of this. You're getting trouble, this, so and so.
That's what I want to understand. Kasi sir, I can really feel the passion from you.
I did so, like, during the time of Aspiras, I heard of the World Airlines Clubs Association. So what I did, I made myself a member.
Okay.
And I was the president of the Manila Interline Club, an organization of airline employees. And mine was to promote camaraderie and true sports.
Airlines.
Bowling, ganito. Sometimes we hire a bus, 2 or 3 buses just to go to a bar.
Wow, huh? Oh.
Diba? Just talaga to loosen up, And then I put in the Association of Filipino Airline Marketing Executives, AFAME. All I wanted is to we all compete every day from 8 o'clock in the morning or even earlier to 5. At 6 o'clock, let's go and sit down in the bar and talk turkey. Or I call up a GM of a hotel and I said, would you want to host all the sales managers of the airline? Sure. Only merienda was nothing fancy. Of course, when you say nothing fancy, it's always fancy. But because you're talking direct to the
Right.
GM, you're not
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
Yes.
to a soldier, so things like that. Then, when I became a member, the club, I said, why don't we go to bid for the Philippines? What? Are you nuts? We got the materials. It says we cannot bid because we have to be a member. And then after 2 years, we do. Anyway, why don't we go to Portugal? Libre naman ang ticket natin. So 9 of us went. Now, 2 weeks before I left, I received a notice from my boss since the cancellation of the Middle East flights of Korean Airlines because Saudi and Philippine Airlines are coming in. Before, wala pa yan. Lumilipad na kami. I'm included in the retrenchment. We were 17 of us. I was the last one that was given. So they told me, when my wife doesn't know, she said, I was in a state of shock and I said, I will go and bid for my country. I'm not supposed to do that because I'm in the airlines and I was in the foreign airlines. Off I went to Portugal. But before that, I invited my wife to go to Greece, Amsterdam, then we reached Paris. Then all of a sudden in Paris, came na. It was only nearly there that I told my wife that I'm coming back without a job. And I pursued, so they went. So sabi na, let's just have fun.
Yeah.
And let's just bid for the sake of bidding. I will do it. Kalaban namin Miami, wow. Ang bigat. Meron silang mga Miami dancers, mga models, kung ano-ano. Ang dami lang gimmick. Kami wala. So ginawa namin, nasabi na sa kaibigan ko si Rene Austria, Bobby, I'll help. I want to contribute something. He got them, pumunta sa bar disco. He got the microphone from the DJ and said, ladies and gentlemen, we are from the Philippines. We are from the Manila Interline Club. Make it Manila, Manila. For the next 2 to 3 hours, the drinks are on me. Tinabas yung credit card. Ha? 7,000 yun, pare.
Wow.
Dollars. Ha? Sabi niya, pare, pledge ko ito sa'yo. So, sige. Nakabili. Ngayon, tapos meron silang mga regional parties. Dapat pala, magdala ng iyong mga pagkain, tapos papakainin mo. Kasi merong Middle East, merong North America, South America, may Asia, ganon. Sabi ko sa kaibigan, wala tayo. Sabi ko, mamamalengke ako. Bili ako ng mga keso, sausages, ganun. Yung wine, kumuha ko ng malaking jug. Tinanggal namin, pinulong namin. Tinanggal ko yung mga, pinatanggal ko yung labels. From the Philippines, second thriller in Manila. Wala, second thriller in Manila. Dating nga ito mga Portuguese organizer. Wow! You have very good cheese in the Philippines. Your wines are fantastic.
Oh,
Kami tawanan na tawanan. Sabi niya, di ang dami pumupunta. Biro mo sinabi, masarap yung amin. Di naman sila nakakapunta pa rin sa Pilipinas. Di pa nila na. So, ayun kung tuwan-tuwa ko. Tapos, ayun na. Every evening, sinay ko. O, ikaw dito. O, ito, Cindy, hanggang nag-asawa siya sa Secretary General. lumandi yan, pero una mo ng information yan kung saan, paano kakampi, paano tayo lulusot. Kakausapin ko yung mga Asian. I will talk. I'm a Lim and a Filipino. We have to be united. Since I talk Spanish, the South American delegates, the Mexican, ako naman nag-Kastila ron. Ha? I showed our ties. Diba? From the galleon trade, from the arrival of Magellan, going to South America, to Mexico, and so on and so on. So, nosotros vamos a ir todos juntos and all going to the Philippines. You know. Since I was in the Middle East carrier of Egypt, I talked to the Middle East airline, and I told them I'm 1/4 Lebanese. So, ganyan. So, yeah. Biglang ito na. Ang botohan is raising of the hand.
Oh.
Talo kami. On the floor, I appealed. You told us that we were not supposed to come and campaign. But I told you, why are you afraid of such a small country? And there's so many of the delegates here don't know who we are. With Florida, they have done this already in Miami, so everybody knows. And the United States have all the votes and all of you. But please, I just want a little fairness. That let them vote by putting it on paper. Then we count the ballots. Nangyari.
Ba't pumayag sa inyo?
Ha?
Bakit pumayag?
Ewan ko, blessing or what. Kasi presentation nila lang, walang talaga lumaban. Walang lumaban. Talagang God was with us every step of the way. Ito na. Kinausap ko yung mga taga-Florida. My goodness, you will be doing this again for the third time. Aren't you tired having conventions there? You should come to Manila and experience our warm water. You know? And it's very, very tropical. This is not tropical in the States. There's no culture. There's no sense of history. Our university is much older than Harvard. And we have really Spanish influence, and many of you have Spanish blood too. Then I talk again in Spanish. Nung lumabas ang voting, kalahati yata ng delegates ng Amerika bumoto sa Pilipinas. Landslide.
Wow.
Nagwawala yung head ng Miami. Nagwawala. So that was 1982. So we made a campaign 1984. 1983, Ninoy dies. So ito na. I had to go to Florida for 2 days. Because there was an event. I had to go to Europe and then go to Thailand. Because I was at campaign and I won for the 17th annual conference. So in Portugal was the 15th. So we have to prepare for 2 years.
Yeah.
So, now the question is, the country is in shambles. The country's image is dark. There's a lot of chaos. The financial institutions has been affected, devaluation, so on and so forth, and cancellations of a lot of tours. So I was in the General Assembly with more than 1,000 delegates. President Pildich, 1983, said, Mr. Joseph of the Interline Club of Manila, how can you prove to us now that we will enjoy a 1-week trip in your country?
Yeah.
I said, Mr. President, with the indulgence of the board, may I talk to the President in private? The indulgence of General Assembly. Gentlemen, ladies, partners in growth, family. Please allow me. Okay. Sabi niya, Bobby, tell me, we'll just give it to Florida. I said, I want you to read this. Hey, this is from the President of the Republic of the Philippines. I said, yes. He addressed me as Bobby. Please assure them of the red carpet treatment. And we assure them further that we are in full control for the success and happiness of this event. I'll have it copied. Excuse me. This is a personal letter of my president to me. I want you to support me and go all the way. You can say what you've read. I cannot give you a copy. It's a personal letter from my president. I hope you understand. Tinakap niya ako. Dipunta ngayon ako. Sa podium na, umakyat na. Salita siya. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Joseph of the Manila Interline Club showed me a letter from the President of the Republic of the Philippines that they're giving us the red carpet treatment and they're in full control to see that it will be a success and we will enjoy and be happy for the entire week. So therefore, make it Manila, Manila. Taiwan. Pare, Bobby Joseph, umiiyak. Matulog. Ha? Pinadalan ko ng telegram si Aspiras. We're bringing home the bacon. Support us when we're there. Kasi walang nakakaalam na magbibig. It was successful. 427 foreign delegates came instead of 1,000.
Yeah.
But it was a success.
Yeah.
So that's how and then until I came up with a book on convention on mice. So
Oh, wow.
mine is an operating manual.
Okay.
So I came up with books. Since I had cancer, I came up with a book. Since we're in tourism, and there's a Swiss guy who comes, and you're in reception, you should find out what are the do's and don'ts of this person. What about if it's Japanese, Korean, whatever? So you have to anticipate. How do you best serve them? So I also came up with a book called Global VIPs.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Are they still available
Yes,
in
yes,
bookstores?
yes. And then I go for seminars. I don't sell it in bookstores because they get 50% off.
Okay.
And then if kung mabaluktot yun o ano,
Oo.
isosoli pa sa'yo.
Oo.
Tapos i-charge ka pa kung pinadala sa Bisaya, ibalik sa bodega, ganun. By the time, wala ka na. Now I realize kawawa itong mga book writers ganito.
Yeah.
So, nung nagbigay ako ng seminar, 1,000. Ha? 1,000 libro. 500. So I go all over the Philippines.
That's a good way of selling books, huh?
Yes.
Seminars.
Yeah. Yeah.
So much more. You see, that was in 83 and what more. So, you know, when you are with the airlines, even when I left the airlines, when I was with another carrier like Kuwait Airways, 23 years, I entered travel, I entered cargo logistics. I just celebrated 33 years of my company in the cargo logistics business.
Okay.
Anything that supports conventions, this. We're in the wine business, so we have the distribution.
So many.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many.
So lahat ng market, nasa tourism pa rin. Hindi umaalis.
Okay.
Okay, now I get it.
So, are you happy with Secretary Berna?
The first time I met her, I was so ecstatically happy. She told me, Bobby, I need somebody like you who's straightforward, frank. I've read about you. You attacked Madrid Fusion.
Oh, you did?
Oh, that's why that was a contract again, signed by the former secretary.
Okay.
5 Madrid fusions at 120 million each is 600 million pesos. He signed it when he was only for 2 years. And then the next three, because they thought that they will stay on. But again, that affected me. And I went to see, why is it Madrid fusion? Dapat Fusion de Manila.
Yes, yes, I agree. I
Di
agree.
ba? Locals, nagdala-dala ka. You can bring in a few of the Michelin chefs if you want to challenge the young, the youth, to challenge all of these chefs, the local chef, to contact the association. Things like that. And there should be an exchange of
IT.
how they would do.
Yeah.
Can they tweak the
Knowledge.
adobo to so and so and blah blah blah. And why here? Tapos bigla sagot sa akin, you know, on the fifth year, Bobby, it will be promoting Philippine
On
food.
the fifth year.
Come on. Sabi ko, I've been in the airlines, I've been doing food festivals. I've worked with Mina Gabor, Secretary of Tourism, one of the best. Pag gumawa siya sa Spain, pare, ang isip natin, Filipino food is a fiesta food. We want to see a lot of fruits. Even if it's got to be flown, the mangoes has to be flown in from Cebu and brought to Spain. Ganito, logistics. Ang pagkain natin masaya. Maraming mga bulaklak, ganito. May kumakanta, may nagtitinikling, ganun. And then the chefs are there. Then afterwards, food festival for 1-2 weeks. Then they're invited on television to talk about. Yun ang importante. Pangalan na lang Madrid Fusion, nagbubulahan tayo. Di ba? Tapos yung gumawa niyan, Italian restaurant. Dahil nung binatikos ko siya, nagbukas na siya ng Filipino restaurant. Things like that. I'm telling you, there's so many creative people in this country. They cannot even spell tourism.
So,
Back to Secretary.
yeah, Berna.
Riyadh.
She was connected in that.
Yes, yes, yes.
But she was only in agriculture. But all of a sudden, she didn't like what I said. So, yung amigas ay lumapit na. So, she even talked in the Rotary. If I had Mr. Joseph, you know, I would succeed. I was so happy. I will work for free. I'll do everything for free. Because it's my passion. Nakinig na naman siya sa mga iba na ayaw yung style ko. Kasi ako, pag fake ka talaga, ibubulgar kitang fake. Pag magaling ka, susuportahan kita. Ngayon, kung hindi ka marunong at mabait ka, tutulungan kita. Kasi ang atin sa turismo, yung bayanihan, walang iwanan. Pero hindi ako pwedeng sumakay sa'yo kung dadalhin mo naman ako sa impyerno. Hindi pwedeng gano'n, kawawang Pilipinas na. Talagang abusado na ang dami ng abuso. At ngayon ko meron ko natanggap na manifesto. Inaapi yung mga empleyado. Tumarating siya ng hapon, 3:00 na. Hindi ko alam saan siya galing. Alis ng 7:00. Hindi magbibigay ng overtime. Ang tao, naghintay sa kanya, mga normal tao ito, pahihintayin mo ng 7:00, 7:30. Ang lalayo, dahil sa traffic, ang lalayo niya. Magluluto pa yan. Yung pamilya niya. Magprepare pa yan sa umaga. Kasi 8:00, naroon na siya sa opisina. Tapos walang overtime. Hindi naman niya pera yun eh. Things like that. And other issues that came out in print. And when I was interviewed, ABS-CBN and Channel 5, nothing came out. So when I felt, bakit ang ABS-CBN dito, ang tagal-tagal? Ang ABS-CBN, pag meron, alis na kaagad yan pag kung wala news. Bakit patagal? So sabi ko, okay, makasama sa ABS-CBN. Ibahin ko na ito. Wala namang Q&A eh. O, sasabi ko, Berna. Yan. Ibibigay mo na, Berna. Ito. Bigay mo kay Berna. True ano. Yung Channel 5, all of a sudden, yung tatlo sila ron na akala mo mga matatalino, all of a sudden says, who is Bobby Joseph? Ganun. Sabi ko, kung ito nasa media, hindi ako kilala, all they have to do is Google. As any writer, any researcher, bago kang tumira, i-google mo muna sino yung binabangga mo. Tapos mag-aarte, naka-Amerikana sila, kung magkakala mo kung sino. Sa 5, Sumaryosep. Pero ganun talaga, ganun. Pag nagkita naman tayo sa beses, sabi ko, interviewin niyo ako. Ayaw naman magpa-interview.
Sir, let's shift gears. Ang apelyido po ninyo ay Joseph. Taga saan po kayo? Taga saan ang mga Joseph?
My grandfather was Syrian blood. Kasi during the time, it was still Assyria. Wala pang Lebanon noon.
Opo.
And it was under the Turkish Empire, on the Ottoman
Opo.
Empire.
Opo.
So from there, but they were Christians.
Opo.
So they left. They heard of India. They went to Nilgiri Hills, South India. They went by boat. So in Nilgiri Hills, pataas ang yan. They stayed in South India. They became chicken farmers kasi medyo malamig yung doon. So maganda sa manok. Pagkatapos, nanganak yung lolo ko, nanganak na yung lolo ko ron. Pumunta sila sa Singapore. Sa Singapore, naglagay sila ng American Bazaar. But there was no Singapore talaga. Singapore was part of the Majapahit Empire. So, then, from the American Bazaar, so that was during the Spanish time, they heard of Cebu. So they went to Cebu. My father, my grandfather, was already 9 years old. Nagkaroon kami ng branch sa Colon Street. Tama-tama, pinadala sa akin ng pinsan ko na si Gordon. Pinadala sa akin yung retrato ng tindahan ng lolo ko, ng great-grandfather ko, sa Colon Street, sa kanto. And it came from the museum. So, of the Aboitises. Wow, sabi ko, swerte ko naman. So, when they asked, ano ba talaga, saan ka nagsimula? Sabi ko,
Serious.
by birthright, sabi ko, if it's in the Philippines context, Cebuano ako, di ba? So things like that. So I'm a mixture because my mom is an Ilocana Chinese because my grandfather came from Saipi in Xinjiang. Kasi up to I visited to see my grandfather's house. It's there. 11 rooms, 1 toilet outside. Rebuilt in 1946. But unfortunately, he died. He was in the tobacco business. My mom is from Vegan, Ilocos Sur, that business. So, mga Favis yan, Favis Donato,
Favis.
Rivero,
Donato.
Vaca, Gonzales.
Royalty pala kayo ng vegan.
Yeah, our heritage.
Opo.
So I am a mixture of Arab, Spanish, Chinese, but my heart is Filipino. By the way, do you believe you are a Filipino? You have Filipino blood?
What exactly is a Filipino blood?
Correct. There is no such thing as a Filipino blood because it came from King Philip, Felipe. So wala.
What
Pero
about the natives?
pag DNA, lalabas may Polynesian tayo.
Yes.
Polynesian, Chinese, Malay, Indonesian,
Malay.
Arab, Indian. Ayun ang
Ayan,
mixture natin.
We're
Yun ang
really
mga
a
dumating,
halo-halo.
no?
Dumating yun eh, lalo tayo na nasa Luzon. Parang ano.
Pero may Chinese, ano?
Oo.
Nung unang panahon pa.
Oh, because from Formosa pa lang, Taipei, di ba? Xiamen, South, may trading. Tamo dun sa Siyempre lahat yung mga pirata kasi walang aeroplano doon. Mga galyon sila. So sino-sino ang may mga control. Baka umabot ka sa Cebu, dami mo nang binayaran na ano po yun. Eh ngayon, taxes na ngayon ang tawag doon, di ba? So, ganun ang turismo noon. So, masaya. And when I was young, sa Batangas,
Opo.
the sun was, if you look at it, sometimes it glitters parang may bluish. So, paano nakuha yung bluish? It came from the sunken ships that had a lot of those blue and white plates.
Yeah. Oh.
Nagkasabog-sabog through the ages, hanggang na isama sa sun. So, 50 years ago, there are areas in Batangas at pag nakita mo nagli-glitter, something bluish. Ayun pala.
Ayun
galing.
pala.
The sunken ships.
So where do you get your energy?
With my cancer, okay, number one, I was given the miracle of hope by Mama Mary when I went to visit her in Lourdes.
Ayun.
In Lourdes.
And then I went there 4 times. So it is the miracle of hope. Tourism is my happiness and my joy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I put them together, my hope and my joy. And to do something as to contribute to tourism without trying to become the Secretary of Tourism, because I won't and I have no interest to be in politics. The legacy that I want is how I can help people. And that's the reason we don't see eye to eye with Secretary Cayetano when he was in the Department of Foreign Affairs, because he took out all travel agents. And this is illegal, it's against the law of the Passport Act of 1996. And so many of these people, over 1,000 travel agencies, had a hard time because if the passport, dealing with passport, you earn 20%. Tanggalin mo yun. Babaksak na yung mga ibang mga travel agents, wala nang kuryente, hindi makapasok yung mga anak nila. Nag-appeal ako. Wala nangyari. Even if we're close to each other.
Sir, we're moving toward winding up, ano? Ano po ang kwan? Ano po, if you can enumerate, ano po ba ang problema ng tourism ngayon sa Pilipinas?
Yes.
Number one, the Secretary of Tourism should follow the plan of 2018. It's a closed-door meeting wherein all the heads of agencies under the Department of Tourism will give her a briefing.
Okay.
So she would under the basic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was done at the PICC. It started, she was there, and before 12 noon she left and never came back. So, nagkakagulo ngayon, kay Cynthia Carion, she's the head of Corregidor in Congress. She said that there is no connection with the Department of Tourism Corregidor.
So,
Ngayon, if that is your secretary, kung nagsumama lang siya sa briefing,
then she would understand.
maintindihan niya lahat. Parang gano'n.
That was like a whole day thing that she didn't finish.
3 days.
3 days.
She went only half day on the
Half day
first.
on the first.
Less pa than half day.
Okay po.
So now, and then, she has to go and listen to the people who have been there for a long time. Also, I don't know if this is personal, but it came out also in the manifesto. She refuses to ride the van of the Department of Tourism. She wants a new Toyota van. And then she wants a motorcycle, and she needs an ambulance. Well, First Lady, Diba? So, tapos, Kunyari, kung ikaw ay undersecretary, doon ka sa van. Unless she calls you to ride with her. Wow, galing naman. Ngayon ako nakakita ng ganyan. Things like that. And then she was attacking the former secretary, ganito, ganyan. But she already traveled 16 times abroad. Oh, what happened?
Where do you get your facts, sir?
Inside the Department of Tourism.
You mean this is open information?
Yes. It was in the manifesto
What
Uh,
manifesto?
of the employees. So what I will not create any story that is not backed by facts. I've been always with media, so media has trained me to really go dig deeper because we don't want that balikan kami at saka malabas akong stupido o chismoso. Pero pa may facts ka,
Yes.
eh wala silang magagawa.
Facts.
Oh, ngayon, meron pa siyang pinadala nung ini-interview ko ng Channel 5. Sabi sa akin, Mr. Joseph, can you tell me who are these people who told you? Sabi ko, are you working for the media? Yes. Okay. Do you know that the first dictum is, if you know your source, you don't bring it out? Yes. Why are you asking me? I think what you should do is shine your shoe first. So things like that. Thanks to the media friends, no?
That you know how to. Okay, so you got your first point. Ano pa po? What are your top 3
Ayun,
issues with the
uh,
tourism now?
they should also decide because the TIESA is the infrastructure arm of the former Philippine Tourism Authority of the DOT.
Yes.
Okay? The TPB, the Tourism Promotions Board, was formerly the Philippine Convention and Visitors Center. Okay. So now that it's TPB, they have to do the marketing and promotions and handle MICE, meetings, incentives, conventions, events, and exhibitions. So itong marketing arm, dapat ang DOT huwag makialam sa sales and promotion. They cannot do a parallel.
No.
Bakit sila nagpa-parallel? Oh, they talk of branding, the left, that's not what's happening to the right. Or all of a sudden, if they get a project, they will stop the COO.
COO.
The head of the Tourism Promotion Board, si Pino Stan, a career professional, highly respected. And she was based abroad. And when she was a regional director in Baguio, I met her. Wow, this girl is fantastic. She knows tourism, she knows her numbers. Derecho, she solves problems. And in tourism, it's not only you have to work with the local government, you work with the national government, so that you gel and think, because you want it sustainable, always sustainable. Hindi ka pwedeng pa-cute-cute dyan, tapos hindi pwedeng ganyan ng tourism. Sa umpisa pwede, but afterwards what? Mabubuking ka. So even with me, I hate saying this, that Perna came in nice and strong, and she should learn from the mistakes and do something about it. If the people under you threaten them, you don't even respect them in front of the stakeholders, you shout, Vinustan, answer. You don't do that. She's the undersecretary. She's old. You can, no way. You don't have, you're a brat. And you cannot just do that. And you cannot go to a meeting, and what happens is everybody who asks you, you point the people around. Oh, you answer. And anong ginagawa mo rin? Anong rason mo rito? Sino ka ba? Yun. to talk anymore further, baka meron pa tayo matapakan pang iba rin. So, what else? Based on their statement, I said kanina, the overtime, hindi ba? Overtime. When she goes to the elevator, when I called her attention, she improved. What did she improve? When she enters the elevator, she refuses, as a security does not allow anybody to enter because she has to use that elevator. Now, dadalawa lang elevator doon sa DOT. Buti ko marami. Pangalawa, these are all the reports coming. And the reports are in black and white. And she holds her phone when she comes out of the car talking, so no one can approach her and bother her. So, now I heard that she came in the morning. And in the elevator, she would now say, "Oy, please join me." Right.
Okay.
Merong konting improvement pagdating sa ganyan. Now, what else is happening, I still don't know.
Well, recommendations. At least give us 3 recommendations on how to make things better.
Number one, she has to go back to the drawing board and to be respectful to her employees. She is only transiting. These employees are here to stay. And they went through so many secretaries already. Number two, if you are in tourism, put your heart into it, put a lot of love, and care for the people that you're with, and care for the guests that will coming in. Number three, you should always come up with a slogan that is similar, saying that when you come to the Philippines, you're an honored guest. When you leave the Philippines, you're a friend. But when you come back, you become a part of our family.
Okay.
Yes. So I guess we don't have enough time to talk to you about
And there's so much
everything.
to talk
There's
about.
so much to talk about, but we hope you'll come back and
Sure.
talk about more about tourism stuff and about your other businesses.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm super VIP here because I have fruits, I have sandwiches. Wow,
You are
sabi
our
ko,
honored
grabe,
guest.
grabe, no?
So, but for now, we do have to say goodbye because Spotlight will come back next week.
Yes, yes. It was a great pleasure to have Mr. Bobby Joseph with us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.